Getty Images. When it rains, it pours, I guess. By now you've probably heard that Brandon Brooks of the Eagles, the team that, you know, won the friggin' Super Bowl, joined in with his psycho buddy Lane Johnson and took a shot at the Patriots culture. 98.5 The Sports Hub. It's crazy that people haven't known this. Brooks said of the misery that comes with playing for Belichick or a Belichick protege. It's been this way for like a decade. You've seen, Reggie Wayne did it. He retired. He went to the Patriots for a training camp and retired. Expletive is not fun there. I was under the same regime in Houston, with Bill O'Brien. I almost retired. Expletive was miserable, every day. Every day. First of all, Reggie Wayne is a terrible example of this. By the time Wayne got to the Patriots he had barely anything left, couldn't grasp the playbook and said it wasn't as fun as playing for the Colts, which is apparently like a day at Disney World compared to playing for a perennial Super Bowl contender. Second, because Brooks had a bad experience in Houston with a guy who is trying to be like Bill Belichick but is not anything close to him, he thinks he's qualified to speak on this subject. Ha 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 ha. Brooks went on to say that playing for Doug Peterson, whom he compared to Gary Kubiak in terms of personality, was much better than playing for Bill O'Brien, who is exactly like Belichick. I'll give Brooks this much, he's part of a Super Bowl winning team so he's earned the right to say whatever he wants. But that doesn't mean that he's right. And of course while Brooks was talking about this, Johnson couldn't help but interject. All the media wants to talk about is rings, Johnson began. Rings. I'm going to get this ring and never wear it one day. I'm going to put it away in a box. The only thing you're going to remember from your playing days, you're not going to remember the scores. You're going to remember the people you played with and how you felt. And that's the truth. All these guys talking about, I'll take the rings, okay. You can have your rings. You can also have expletive 15 miserable years. This is no secret, but many players have said playing for Bill Belichick isn't easy. Danny Amendola said it recently, Donta Hightower said it last year. Ask Randy Moss, a loose cannon in his playing days, what he thought of being in New England. But those are guys who don't have the mental capacity of a spoiled 4-year-old, which is exactly what Brooks sounds like. The Eagles, despite being the Super Bowl champions, keep playing the disrespect card, and to an extent, I understand it. The Patriots, the Super Bowl losers, have dominated the headlines this offseason as they usually do. So if the Eagles are pissed at that, I guess I can see why. But the Eagles don't have a Hall of Fame quarterback and coach who have dominated the sport for nearly 2 decades, yet, and are seemingly at odds with each other. They also don't have an all-world tight end who continually dropped what many thought were hints at possible retirement. Call me a homer, fanboy or whatever else you want, but I think this is true. Super Bowl champions come and go, but generational players and coaches in today's game are insanely hard to find. News regarding the latter will almost always take precedent. But if this is the Eagles' way of trying to stay in the news, they're certainly doing a good job of it. Follow me on Twitter at Jessie Gauntz for more of my articles. Click here.